right. Cool. Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and good afternoon. I hope everybody's doing well today. Thank you so much for joining us. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I hope this goes well. It's a wonderful, wonderful training that Muslim Women of Cambridge put together, and I hope that everybody here benefits. I'm going to assume that a lot of you are parents, but if you're not, that's fine too. We are expecting quite a number of people. So I don't know, can you hear the little jingle when it comes in, when they all enter? Do you want me to turn that off? Because that could be pretty distracting.
Put the bowls away. They want like 3 here.
All right. I would ask that you keep yourselves muted unless you have something to say. And then because there's so many people, if you can raise your hand when you have a question, or I will actually like our trainer today, Arena, to identify how she would like you to do your Q&A, either during her conversation or right after a segment. We will be doing a lot of breakout rooms. I am Nargis Naqvi. I am the Director of Training with Sound Vision Canada, which is a registered charity. You could go to soundvisioncanada.org to see what we do. Pretty much we do professional development training for our community here in Canada. Any kind of training which is, not-for-profit fundraising or not-for-profit governance or media spokesperson training, teacher training for the Weekend Islamic School. And we have a couple more workshops coming up on the Canadian Muslim vote and how we can engage ourselves, and what we, if you have questions as to how to, why should you vote, or how to go on about it to make a proper decision. So if you go on our website and subscribe to our newsletter, you would be able to, inshallah, get anything updated with trainings. And if you ever want to donate, because we do subsidize our workshops for everybody so that we are not charging people who are not able to pay for it. We only do that so that our community can benefit, people in Canada can benefit. So anyone who's willing to go online and donate, that's much, much appreciated. You will get a tax receipt because we are a charity, a registered charity. With that, I would like to ask Rabina Bilal from the Muslim Women of Cambridge to come on and give a little bit of an intro before she introduces our trainer for the day. Thank you so much.
Can you please allow me to share the screen as well, Nargis, please? Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, hello and welcome everybody to our workshop of self-care and parenting. So we decided to have this workshop particularly for the moms who actually strive to care for everybody, but except for themselves. So I will not go into the further deep detail about Muslim Women of Cambridge, just a very brief introduction of our organization. And I will invite all of you to please visit our website, mwcambridge.net, that I'm gonna open so that I can give you a brief overview what it looks like. Can you see my screen?
We can actually just see the top banner of your screen, the Zoom banner. You might need to click your tab, Muslim Women of Cambridge. Yeah, but we can't see the
next level. Perfect. This is perfect.
Not yet even?
No.
Click that, Rubina.
Can you see it now? I will do it again.
No.
Okay, let me do it again. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I will just go very, very brief about the website. So who we are a very passionate group of women who came together in 2017 to bridge the gap between the Muslim and the larger community by fostering open communication for the better understanding to get each other values and beliefs. So I will just let you go a preview, that's it, and you can explore more because of the shortage of the time. So this is where our mission and vision is. We thrive to empower Muslim women and dedicated to make positive changes through community. And our vision is to inspire and promote culturally inclusive community. You can see the values as well, and there are some uploaded videos. And you can also see our events, what we have did so far, our journey from 2017 to 2020. and what the events we have held differently since then from 2017, our award nominations, our Newcomers Day, Eid celebration, Ramadan event, International Women's Day. You can just explore all of that. And then, give me one sec here. Okay. And then you can get involved as well. And you can meet our team because you can become a member, be volunteer, attend an event. Right now, actually, we have been looking for the volunteer coordinator and the grant manager, admin assistant, program coordinator. And you can also contact us through our email address too. And if you just want to meet our team, you can meet our team here. You can go here and meet it. So that's it that I have to say. And I will just introduce you to my guest speaker now. I will just put my website address into the chat. I'm just rushing a little bit because, Sister Nargis said that you have only 2 minutes that you can introduce your MWC. And I can just, that's why I'm rushing a little bit. So I will just, go over to my guest speaker. A little bit of the detail about my guest speaker is the Rina Venza. She's here. She's a co-founder and director at the Cedar Way Therapy. She is a registered psychotherapist who specializes in anxiety, grief, depression, and trauma. Rina has been in the mental health field for over 15 years, supporting individuals and the community. Rina has been a Shout mental health advocate, providing workshops and trainings to increase knowledge about mental health issues and decrease stigma. So that's all about my guest speaker, and I will just hand it over to Rina now. The stage is all yours, Rina. Go ahead, please.
Thank you so much, Rabina. Welcome, everyone. This is a big group. I'm looking forward to the next hour and a half with you guys. Nargis asked me to express how I want the questions and answers to be done. I think because of the largeness of this group, we'll wait till the end of the session. And that way you guys can sort of throw all the questions you have at me and we can go through them each. I'm going to start with sharing my screen. And if you guys can let me know if you can see my PowerPoint presentation. Okay. Is that visible to everybody?
Yes, it is.
Okay, perfect. All right, thank you. And thank you for those who have their camera open, no pressure at all, but it's nice to talk to faces. In this Zoom world, I'm usually talking to myself or a blank screen and I just don't know where to look or what to say. So thank you for those who have their cameras on. So today's topic is basically what you've been told is parenting and self-care. Am I going to leave you with just tips of, how to take care of yourself? Maybe a few, but I think my approach is going to be a bit different because we all kind of know what we need to do. We just don't do them, right? Like if I was to give you a list of, please take a walk outside, wake up early, take your showers in the day, take a break, you all would be like, yeah, I know, Rina. Why don't I do it is the question, right? So let's sort of explore, well, why doesn't it show my, all right, let's explore the whys and learn some good tips and skills to take with us. So before I even start, I always start off with a disclaimer. I am a psychotherapist and this is an educational session. So I always have to start off with this disclaimer that this webinar is meant to provide you with tips and tools to become more aware of yourself and implement self-care practices that will help your parenting and overall well-being, okay? It's not meant to replace any directives that you've been given by your healthcare provider or your children's healthcare provider, okay? All right, and I don't know why it doesn't go to the next slide automatically, so I will have to do it manually. All right. So today's agenda briefly is that we'll talk about how COVID-19 has actually changed parenting, why this is such a hot topic, right? We will do a few breakout sessions, and part of the breakout sessions are really for us to share information, for us to understand that we're not alone in this. Sharing has a lot of benefits, which you'll learn about today. And a lot of the times we just think there's more to learn. There's something I'm not doing right. But many of the times we are doing a lot right. We're doing what everyone else is doing. We just think we need to be doing more. Okay, so we'll talk a bit more about that. We'll learn about self-care, what that can look like. We'll learn about self-care and how that's important in parenting. Okay. Then you'll learn a few strategies of how to take this into your own daily lives. And then you'll talk about sort of creating a plan that works for yourself. And I'll end with some resources that are in the community. And from there, we will go into questions and answers. All right. So I'm going to go throw you guys in there right away from the start so that we can see what we're learning. I'm not the expert here. You guys are. Okay. A lot of us have a lot of good information, a lot of things that we're doing. We just have to learn to share this information with other people. So Nargis, I'm going to ask you to please, we have about 37 participants. So I'm thinking about 10 participants per.
So about 4 rooms.
Yes. So about 4 groups. And here are your questions. Okay. And you're going to discuss this very issue. How has COVID-19 changed your parenting? Like, why did you think it was important to attend today's session, right? How has it affected your parenting? With your group members, kind of discuss things around what are some similarities that you share with the people in your group? And what I would actually like to know also is what has been the number one stressor for you? Okay, so Nargis, anytime that you're ready, we can start to do the first breakout session. And I'll hop in to each session to kind of get the discussion going, to get some of the juice from you guys to see what you're talking about, okay?
All right, here we go. You should be getting a prompt now.
Mhm.
I think all of you need to accept a session.
Do we click on the breakout room box or something?
Yeah, where it says join session. Okay, Abiha is asking for help. Let me just go to her. Okay. Are we all okay here? Any conversations? Shireen, Sana, Bibi Aisha, Marwa, Zainab. You can unmute and let me know what's going on. I don't think you accepted a room.
Hey Nargis, can you drop me in another room now?
Definitely. There you go.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am. Is my group back?
They're all coming, I think.
okay. Is my screen still shared, guys? No, right? I'm gonna have to share it again. Okay. All right. Is everybody back?
Yes, we are back.
All right. So I'm going to leave it this way because for some reason it doesn't let me automatically move my slides. Okay. And so if you want to unmute and participate, that's absolutely fine by me. But what did you guys learn from the sharing part? Like as I was hopping through the sessions, there were so many similarities, less differences, but did you guys learn anything from each other during this discussion? And if you don't want to share right now, that's fine too, because I have all the notes here to get you guys on.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so the group that I was in, we have like older children. So one of us has a child that's in college or university,
Mm-hmm.
suffering like from depression and everything. Is there anything that they could they like call the college that their child's going to and get some information from them of like, is there any therapist or any group that they could attend to help them overcome the situation?
Oh, of course. I mean, I'm sure, even after session, when they reach out to the organizers, if anybody wants any sort of resources, we can share those resources, but you can always advocate for your children, right? Whether they go to high school, elementary school, or university, there's always some sort of wellness support system that's placed right now where you can advocate and get some sort of help for the child, whether it's through adjusting their learning plan or getting therapy and counseling. I'm sure there's stuff that can be done. Okay.
Okay, thank you. That's good to know.
Yeah. And so part of the reason I did this part of the presentation is the sharing, right? Like, one of the greatest things that's happening in COVID is this sense of isolation, this questioning, am I doing things right? And I sort of got this as I was skipping through the groups of, I'm questioning my parenting. Here I am juggling work and school and multiple children and my kids online. And I'm feeling this guilt and shame around, am I doing enough? Right. And so part of the reason I did this is for you guys to see that amongst all these participants right now, we all share the same thing. We're questioning our parenting when this has very little to do with our parenting and more to do with the situation. Okay. And so later on, we'll talk about that, like what's within our control and what's not. And the pandemic is something, it's not within our control. Okay, so I hope you guys learned that you're not alone in this. Wherever you are, whatever background you're from, how many children you have, we all share very similar feelings around parenting during the pandemic. And so part of sharing, and I urge you guys to continue, is that decreasing that sense of isolation. Okay, it makes us feel a part of community. It urges out to reach out for support, just like the participant right now who just mentioned about the lady that needs support for her son. right? That lady had the courage to speak out, and then this participant spoke up, and here you go. You may be connected with something that you wouldn't have been if you didn't speak up.